As we see today in the world, most of the meat that we get from the market have been sitting in the freezer or in the fridge for a very long time, at most 1 week or 2 weeks, thereabout.
Definitely.
We don't even know because most of the meat have been frozen for a very long time or a long period of time, brought out and then resold again for the general public. But there in Ethiopia, it is a different ballgame entirely.
But I like this one.
It is not.
No, like seriously, this is my cup of tea, man. Seriously, I love this one. Bro, take me back to these days, man. I just said to myself, I need to get this stuff, man. Seriously. And trust me, I did. Hold on, let me show you. Here it is, guys. Hello, Festive family, it's your boy Destiny. We're back here to bro on the edition. I want to say a very big thank you to all my subscribers. If this is your first time joining us here on this platform, please don't forget to smash the subscribe button. Don't forget to like and leave a comment down below. Well, today we're going to be talking about why Ethiopians eat raw meat. I made a video about it before, but today I'm going to be doing a reaction to it and explain further because I've learned quite a lot about the whole tradition and stuff, you get me? So today we're going to be talking about it, so stay tuned.
Ethiopia as a whole is a very lovely and a wonderful country.
That's true.
If you haven't traveled to Ethiopia before, you might be listening to what the media has been saying about the country, but if you really go to Ethiopia, you come to find out that these people are peace-loving people.
That's true.
They are very well.
Irrespective of everything that's happening right now, Ethiopians are peaceful, they are loving and very, very welcoming, you get me?
And they are very, very, very welcoming.
Yes.
If you've never been to Ethiopia before, I urge you to try and visit them. For so many people that have never been to Ethiopia before, that has heard a lot of stuff from the media about the country, a lot of bad stuff, so to say, I stand to say it's all wrong. Ethiopia is a very loving, peaceful and a wonderful country. So the people are very hospitable.
Seriously, 100%. Ethiopia is a very lovely country. It's a very peaceful and lovely country, man. You get me? I know things are not perfect as it is right now. A lot of things are happening and people are going through a lot, man. Seriously. I just pray for those that has lost their loved ones, their friends, their family, throughout this whole struggle. I pray for God's mercy, grace, and I don't just know what to say, man. Seriously, it's really, really heartbreaking, but I just pray for peace. I pray for love and understanding, man. Seriously, with the way it stands now, dialogue is the only way out, you get me? Like, to see our loved ones go through this kind of struggle, pain, and all that, it's not funny. It's not something we should even wish for our enemies, you get me? So I just pray for love, peace and understanding in Ethiopia, man. Seriously, I pray for togetherness. I pray for peace overall, man. Seriously, because Ethiopia, like, Ethiopians are just loving people, man. Seriously, it is like if you've not been there before, you won't understand what I'm talking about. Ethiopians are loving people. They are very welcoming, man. Seriously, they are not hostile to foreigners, so to say, you get me? They are welcoming people. When I went to Ethiopia, I felt this, like, it felt like home. It felt like I was in Nigeria, you get me? Like the way I was received and all that, even from the airport. Like people tend to say stuff like, oh, me as a Nigerian, normally when I go to other airports, people suspect me, you get me? He's a Nigerian, they double check and all that kind of stuff. But when I went to Ethiopia, it was a different thing for me, you get me? I went in quietly though. I just went to Ethiopia without any announcement and all that. I didn't even tell my fans I'll be going to Ethiopia, you get me? I just went to Ethiopia, went to the checking point, submitted my e-visa and all that. Everything went out smoothly, like like I was welcome and everything, man. Seriously, everything was so perfect. No discrimination, nothing, man. These are loving people, man. Seriously, I don't know about other people. Maybe they've encountered something in the Ethiopian airport, but I for one, I think if you respect people, they will respect you in return, you get me? And the way you behave and the way you act matters a lot, you get me? It really, really matters a lot. So Ethiopians in general, they are loving people. The Oromos, the Amaras, the Afar, the Tigrayans, all of them, they are loving people, man. Seriously, loving people. Like like even when I was in Addis Ababa, you get me, when I was about to go into the Unity Park, I met some soldiers there. They were just talking. I started hearing words like Akam, something like that. Akam, or I don't know. But like they are so loving, like, where are you from? I'm from here, I'm from there, blah blah blah. You get me? So when people start talking about, oh, Ethiopians are like this, it really beats my imagination, because bro, majority of the people saying this stuff, there are people that have not been to Ethiopia. Seriously, they've not been there. They just stick to the whole narrative and what the media has been saying. You get me? So to me, it's kind of weird though. Seriously, instead for you to just talk, say things out of your mouth without proper information, it's good to just go there for yourself and see. You get me? I know things are hard right now. People are going through a lot, but I know this whole thing will pass. You get me? Prayer and love goes out to everyone that has lost their families, loved ones, and well wishes throughout all this struggle, man. Seriously, let's keep on going, guys.
Very hospitable. They are very, very nice. They are welcoming, and it is full of a lot of cultural heritage.
That's true.
But yet again, there's a controversial stuff about the eating of raw meat in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
And so many people will be like, oh, why would they be eating raw meat in Ethiopia?
Seriously, when people ask questions like that, it really beats my imagination. Why would you ask why they eat raw meat? It's just like saying, asking someone, why do you eat? It's their culture, it's their tradition. And another thing people don't really understand, the meat in Ethiopia is not like the kind of junk meat people eat outside there. Seriously, I was kind of shocked when I saw the slaughterhouse where they keep this meat, bro. The place is so clean, man. Seriously, when I say clean, I mean extremely clean. Like, you don't perceive this odor or this sting or this smell like when you go to normal slaughters. You get me? Like, it's so clean, and the meat, the color of the meat, it's quite different. You get me? So when they say they eat raw meat, I don't really see it like you get, because bro, when you see the Ethiopian meat and when you see normal meat, bro, like the difference is so clear, man. Seriously, it's their tradition, it's their culture. So we all have to respect everybody's culture. Yes, you will be surprised. Yes, you will be like, whoa, what are they doing? But learn to adapt. It is what it is.
Some even went further to say it's not safe, but it's all false. For the Ethiopian people, eating of raw meat, it's their cultural heritage.
See how clean it is.
It's part of their culture, it's part of them. And again, the raw meat they eat is not like your everyday kind of meat. It's not like
every other kind of meat.
As we see today in the world, most of the meat that we get from the market have been sitting in the freezer or in the fridge for a very long time, at most 1 week or 2 weeks, thereabout.
Definitely.
We don't even know, because most of the meat have been frozen for a very long time or a long period of time, brought out and then resold again for the general public. But there in Ethiopia, it is a different ballgame entirely. The raw meat they eat is specially produced. And when I say produced, it is brought out fresh. After the killing process of the animal and everything has been done, the meat is brought out fresh, and a skilled butcher comes out to cut out the portion the customer needs. Because according to the people of Ethiopia, they could tell if the meat is fresh or if the meat has stayed long in the butcher's shop.
But for me, when I went to Ethiopia, I didn't eat raw meat, you get me? I don't like it, you get me? I prefer my meat cooked, roasted, or fried, you get me? But that doesn't mean I don't like their tradition or I can't sit close to them when they're eating their food. No, you get me? It's their tradition, it's their culture. Yes, I respect it, you get me? I am fascinated by it, man. Seriously, when I see them eat it, I'm like, whoa. You get me? Like, it's something that it's new to me, and I'm kind of like excited to see it. You get me? But when you don't understand something, it's only proper to learn. You get me? What this particular thing is all about, instead of criticizing it, man. Seriously, don't criticize what you don't know. You might be wrong. You get me? Don't just go about talking, oh, blah blah blah. Just try to get to the root and see if what they are saying is true or false. You get me? Because I've seen this meat firsthand, and I've seen them eat it firsthand. You get me? Like, they have different way of eating it. There's the one they call kitfo. That one is just mixed with a lot of spice and all that. They just mix it together. Just I don't know, like mix it together with a lot of spice and all that. But it's still raw, so to say. It's still raw, but bro, they enjoy the stuff. It's their tradition. It's their culture. So if you don't like it, it's your business, man. Seriously, it's literally your business, man. If you see them eating the food, you won't even feel any smell like that is fresh or something, man. Seriously, it's proper delicacy, man. Seriously, let's just keep on going.
Thereby changing the taste of the food in their mouth. The traditional name for the raw meat delicacy is called kitfo, as in K-I-T.
I think I was wrong here, you get me? That kitfo, there's another, it's still kind of like a raw meat, you get me? But it's not just kitfo, you get me? Kitfo has its own special delicacy, you get me? When they mix a lot of spice and everything together and just kind of like serve it. I think this one is called something else, you get me? So I was wrong there. I just want to point that out.
Kitfo.
Yes.
And mind you, they don't just eat the raw meat just like that. Just like the way people think, oh, they're eating the raw meat with the blood and everything. No, it is way different. They eat the red part of the meat, which is the fleshy part of the meat. And they have the special sauce, or rather the special pepper. They dip the meat inside and they start eating it. And another thing you must know, as a visitor...
Bro, I like this one.
It is not...
I know, like seriously, this is my cup of tea, man. Seriously. I love this one.
It's yours, cooked. Like me, for example, when I was in Ethiopia, I eat this meat that was fried in a native pot.
This is what I'm actually talking about. Nobody will force you to eat raw meat, you get me? Like, it's their tradition. They want to eat raw meat. It's their culture. If you like, you can eat your own fried, cook, or roasted. It's your cup of tea, man. Seriously. When I went there, I saw people eating raw meat and all that. I was like, okay, I need mine fried, you get me? And they brought out this fancy stuff, you get me? This whole fancy stuff. And I was like, wow. You get me, bro? Seriously, I was like, wow. And they did the meat and everything. And I was like, bro, what is this? I just said to myself, I need to get this stuff, man. Seriously. And trust me, I did. Hold on, let me show you. Here it is, guys. I got it, you get me? When I'm talking about it, people really think I'm joking or something. Seriously, when I love something, I go for it, man. Seriously. After tasting this food in Ethiopia, I had to get mine. This is how it looks. You get me? You put the meat here, you get me? The raw meat and everything, with coupled with your rosemary and some, you get me? Then in here, the charcoal has to go in here, you get me? The charcoal, like, you know what I mean by charcoal, right? So it is what it is. The charcoal has to go in here. So the more this place gets hot, the meats and everything gets, you understand? So bro, it's a different ball game entirely, man. Seriously, you guys really need to check this out. Don't just talk about a country when you don't know something about them. Seriously, go there for yourself and see for yourself. And again, bringing this stuff was not easy, bro. As you can see, it can easily break, you get me? I had to use a lot of clothes, my clothes, to just and hide it somewhere. So this is it, you get me? So that's it. But overall, Ethiopia as a whole is a place I really respect and love so much. Why? Because I've been there. I didn't just listen to what people said. I've been there and I've experienced things firsthand. So bro, lovely place, man. Seriously, lovely place.
Like, there was literally fire beneath the pot, and I watched the meat cook. You get me? It was something.
Bro, take me back to this day, man.
It was unique. The taste of the meat was so delicious.
The taste is so lovely. Like, I don't even know what to say, like how to explain it, man.
I say Ethiopia itself, it's blessed. You get to see unique things you've never done before, food you've never tasted before in your life. I swear to God, it's just an eye-opener. People really need to visit Ethiopia, irrespective of
I remember this day like it was yesterday. The joy I feel, like just talking about it right now, I just feel so happy, man. Seriously,
it's a place to be. Ethiopia is the mother of Africa, because even the oldest bone in the world today was found in Ethiopia.
That's true.
This cultural heritage dates back to the colonial times of when the Italians invaded Ethiopia and tried to take over. The Ethiopians stood their ground and withstood the army of the Italians. This unlawful war caused a lot of havoc and a lot of mayhem to the people of Ethiopia. Instead of them cooking the meat to reveal their hideouts, because normally back in the day, if you want to prepare food or anything, you have to pick up firewoods and everything, light up the fire and start everything. In the process of cooking, the smoke from the fire will go up. If you're a camper, you understand. The smoke from the fire will go up, thereby revealing your position to the enemy. So the Ethiopians, as wise as they were, thought it wise not to cook the meat. So that was where the whole eating of raw meat started.
Seriously, man, unlike every other food you see in, like, I don't mean all food, you get me, but majority of the food you see outside, like when you travel outside, they don't have history, man. Seriously, here is a food that is backed by history. You get me? How can you beat this, man? Seriously, like, how can you, like, bro? Their food is backed by history, like how it all started, how everything, bro. Like, what do you have to say about this? Seriously.
Every cultural food has its own backstory. There are so many people that eat worms. There are so many people that eat lizards. There are so many people that eat other type of food. But we as individuals that are not used to it are not supposed to criticize the food the people eat, because it is their own cultural heritage. You are supposed to learn from it, ask questions. What is the backstory behind this? That's how you learn. And again, not all people, like not everyone in Ethiopia, eat raw meat. But for those that don't eat raw meat, it is a very, very wonderful delicacy for them. And it's a very high cultural value for them. The eating of raw meat in Ethiopia does not have a specific date or a specific season. It can be eaten any day like a normal dish, or maybe occasionally, but it does not have a specific date or season. The animal they mostly get this raw meat from, it's either a bull or a cow. And like I said before, it is freshly prepared, not like your average meat you get from the stores that have stayed.
Can you see how clean this is, man? Seriously, bro.
The country Ethiopia is full of so many wonderful things, so many wonderful cultural heritage.
Seriously, I have to visit that country again, man. Seriously, I just have to go back to Ethiopia, and this time I just want to stay like 2 to 3 months. You get me? 2 to 3 months, and just feel at home. You get me?
Irrespective of anything or every.
Lovely people, man. Lovely people.
No, it's false though. Ethiopia is blessed. Ethiopia is lovely. And again, people tend to talk about raw meat most often. You should come to Ethiopia and check out the injera. They have all the food. They have the injera, they have the coyote, they have the fefe, so many other.
Lots of food, man. You have fefe, bebere, fefe. You have coyote. You have gomen. You have gomen besega. Bro, like, saying this food alone, like, I can literally feel the taste alone, man. I don't know how to put it right now, but bro, if you just taste this food and just don't take my word for it, just taste this food and you know what I'm talking about. Lovely culture, man. Seriously.
That I can't even remember right now. I tasted some of them and it was so delicious.
A few minutes later.
So it will be bad for people to just bring a part of the country and just push it forward and say,
that's
oh no, Ethiopians are cannibals, they eat raw meat, blah blah blah. But in essence, it's not true. It's true because they eat raw meat, but it's not true that they are cannibals. It's not true that they eat it with the blood and everything dripping down their mouth and everything. That's totally false. Know your history. Ask questions before you start to talk rubbish. Because if you don't ask questions, you end up saying the wrong thing. Try to know your history. Try to go places. Visit Ethiopia today and you have a rethink of what the media has been telling you.
Seriously, big shout out to all Ethiopians out there, man. Seriously, this is one country. I love their culture so much. I love everything about them. I love the people. I love the tradition. I love everything about Ethiopia, man. Seriously, Ethiopia is a place that I literally, I see as my second home. It's a place that I can just go and just stay and relax. And like I said before, it's a place that, like, I dream to buy a house there someday, and just a house that is like close to a waterfront, like a beach or something. Just stay there, calm my, like, Ethiopia is full of greens, man. Seriously, unlike, you know, these days when you see a lot of construction, people tend to forget the green place, the whole garden, the flowers and all that. But Ethiopia is not like that, bro. Everywhere. Talking about the highway, bro. When I was traveling from Addis Ababa, I wanted to go to Wando Genet, right? I went there through. I went to the cab with the car, because I would have took a flight, so to say, or maybe if not a direct flight, maybe a joint flight to just maybe try to meet up with where I'm going to. But I wanted to experience the country firsthand, so I took a cab then. So I was just watching the whole lane, bro. Everywhere you see green leaves, you see flowers, you see, bro, it's like the whole feeling was just, I was like, whoa, what is this? You get me? Like, the road was smooth, like proper road channel. Everything was just so lovely, man. Seriously, it is what it is. Big shout out to all Ethiopians, man. Seriously, you guys are the real kings and the real queen. But that's it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below for more videos like this. Until next time, I remain your boy Destiny, and we out.